Welcome to Nerdschatting, movie, TV, comic chat. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome everybody to the Nerdschatting podcast. My name is Nate, and with me today are my two very good friends, Ben and JB. Hello, boys.
Oh, hey, it's Ben. Hi.
Hello, it's me, JB.
So we've been away for a little while.
We broke up.
Yeah.
We all had a massive breakup.
And then we had a make-up sex, and we're all better.
Yeah, the triangle's back. The triangle
yeah.
of love.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
We got there
He said
early
that
on.
2 weeks ago as well, but he got over it.
So we thought we basically we had a lot of problems organising our time.
I blame everyone sat at this table right now.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yep,
I can
yep,
take.
yep.
I'll take responsibility
Yep,
for it.
me too, yeah.
My element of it, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's only 1% my element.
Right. So mine's only one as well. So,
So
that
it's
means that
98%. Yeah, it's always.
So we thought what we'd do is we'd Wayne's World style back in time, and we'd have a little soft reboot, and we'd go back to some of the old style podcast, so we can get back into the flow. Of
We're just
things.
running again. We're just jogging.
Yeah, exactly.
Just jogging,
yeah.
and then we're going to get up to full steam.
Absolutely.
And be rocking it again.
Sounds
so
exhausting.
It does.
It really does sound exhausting.
It'd be so cool, though.
So what we're going to do today is just talk about a whole bunch of news that's happened in the last few months.
Sure.
And then some of the stuff we've watched, because we've watched and read and listened to
Lots.
a lot. So
By the way, when you reordered the list, which is obviously beautiful, did you get the reference that I sent to you?
no.
Let me just pull it up.
Okay.
Oh,
hello.
Okay. Whoa.
Wow.
Sip of water time while Ben looks for a message.
Okay, hang on a minute. No gulping.
See, and nothing's working properly, and everything's wrong.
The highest
Oh,
quality
my
professional
God.
podcasting
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
ever done.
But you have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security
To the galaxy?
to this document. Very close,
So
James.
it's a Star Wars reference of some sort.
Yes.
Oh right, no, my bad. See, I'm out of touch.
It's
I'm out
Revenge
of
of the
nerds.
Sith. Is when Anakin on Mustafar turns his back to Obi-Wan and says, "I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my beloved empire." And everyone says, "Your beloved empire."
That's very good.
Yeah,
Hello
that was
there.
good as well.
Hello
You got
there.
the crow there.
Hello there. Should we just do some breaking news?
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do it. Let's do it.
Broken news.
So E3 happened. Games is not really our area. Video games is not our wheelhouse. But we'll do some game stuff. We'll talk about some games that have come out that are
Okay.
nerdy.
Yes.
Yeah, I must admit, I don't really know what E3 means.
Electronic
3?
something expo.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's basically EEE.
Yeah, exactly,
And they
yeah.
call it E3.
Yeah.
Because it's
Oh,
cool. It's down with the kids.
They're down with the kids.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
We're
yeah.
not a bunch of old men who have no idea what's going on.
Very 21st century. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's good.
And so loads of games were like announced, released, trailers, all sorts of things.
But you're playing games more.
I am back into games. One of my
Yeah.
things in Nerd Scene is I'm replaying Skyrim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had a Skyrim conversation and you don't think Skyrim's cool. You think it's for boring people who don't like things.
No, that's not true at all. I've said it's not for me.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm a boring person.
You're the boring person. Everyone else thinks it's great.
That was a long walk, but he really set me up there. Didn't he?
I mean, I was wondering where the hell he was going. Oh, and there's an actual fist pump.
Yeah,
I've just seen.
that was a strike, that was, yeah.
Wow, he's feeling real good.
So games. So like you're right. We're not big into games, but we know a bit about it.
Yeah.
These are quite nerd reference games. That's why
Sure.
I feel like we have some authority to talk about them.
I think we should.
So the first one on the list is Star Wars Fallen Order. No, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
I thought it was just Fallen Order.
Oh, we are really kicking
No,
up.
it is Jedi Fallen Order. See,
Wow, the menu is absolutely excellent today, gentlemen.
Fallen at the first hurdle.
Yeah, I mean, God. It's all right. We can dust ourselves off.
Yeah, it's
we
fine.
are professionals.
Are
There's
we?
like- there was a, this,
No.
this- on this link, there's like a 13-minute gameplay.
I've seen it.
And it looks real good.
Looks like-
really good.
That's like a movie good.
Wow.
Well, I only saw the trailer. I know that there was this gameplay thing, but I only saw the trailer. The trailer looks pretty awesome as well.
Isn't it set just after Sith? Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
got
so.
like a Rebels feel about it, which is again tweaked my interest because I've talked to you guys about Star Wars Rebels, the TV show, before, and how much I love it.
Once or twice it's come up.
I've never
in
heard it.
conversation.
Okay, let's carry on.
Yeah, for people who don't know, it's a series set in between A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, and it's sort of the beginning of the rebellion, and
I know.
Oh, do you?
I'm
All
aware,
right.
yeah.
And it's awesome, and everyone should watch it.
Yes.
Yeah, this looks great, right?
It does look great. And I was worried, I don't know why, but I was worried looking at the footage that it was only going to be a PS4 exclusive sort of thing, but it's not. It's all consoles.
Cross-platform.
Everywhere. Well, I don't know if you could play against someone online who was on an Xbox One and a PS4. I don't know if it's that cross-platform.
But the new version of Modern Warfare is.
Is it?
Yeah, I got sent a video from none other than Robbie Diamonds, and he said, "Do you remember playing this? This is amazing, but I'm on PlayStation and you're on Xbox. But guess what? It's cross-platform play."
Do you know why they've done that? Because that game that all the kids love, where you get dropped into an arena and then it slowly shrinks. Fortnite. That's cross-platform, I believe. So that's why they've done it.
Why is it called Fortnite? It really bothers me.
I don't know.
Not going to ask someone to tweet us back. I've got no idea. Tell us.
Yeah, please do. Tell us.
What's Fortnite? Why is it called Fortnite?
And it's not like how I would spell a fortnight, because that's Night. It's Nite, isn't it?
Yeah, it's down with the kids and cool, and we don't understand it.
Yeah.
Is that a bit like Nerd Scene? Or?
Yeah, a little bit like Nerd Scene.
We'll get on to that.
Yeah. So yeah, Star Wars.
Don't set him up. How long now?
How much more can we say about this? Looks great. I mean, I would have preferred more realistic lightsaber stuff. Where
Are you joking? The trailer, that bit I saw, I thought it looked outstanding.
No, it does.
You want to see limbs come off, don't you?
Like the thing is, in the movies, a lightsaber cuts through anything.
Right.
Yes.
Every time there's a game, lightsabers are kind of like just sticks. They just kind of hit people with.
Yeah.
And
you can wail on someone for a good 5 minutes before you kill them.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm giving you a bit of a weird look, but fine, carry on.
I think it would probably be quite difficult to make a game with realistic physics like that. I get it. It's just...
Well, I think they probably could. I just don't think it would appeal to some of the younger generation, possibly, who'd be like, "Hey, look, Mum, I can cut this guy's head off," and they'd be like, "Well, you stop playing that game right now, Sonny Jim."
Isn't that what Fortnite's all about, though?
I don't think it's that bloodthirsty. Thirsty? Yeah.
I'm thirsty. I'm going to have a drink.
Okay. So moving on.
Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm going to get it. It looks good.
Yeah, agreed.
It's not. There's none of that microtransaction in-game shit that EA did
Hope not.
with the last.
First swear word as well from Ben.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we're only a few minutes in. Yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, hope not.
Okay, good.
The next one was the Avengers game trailer. Have you seen this? Have you
Yes.
watched this? What is wrong with this trailer?
Everything.
Everything.
Because...
Well,
sorry, Ben. You go in.
No, because you were starting to talk. No, you
I was
go
going to
ahead.
say that...
Well, I'll tell you why I disagree. Sorry, go on, JB, go on.
It just looks poor. It looks like somebody has never seen any of the characters from Avengers and gone, I think this is what they might look like and sound like. They got Iron Man, right? But that's not that difficult.
Yeah, because he's a dark-haired guy with a
Well, I
goatee
mean, when he's in
and
Iron Man, not actually the Stark character.
Okay, yeah. Well, I suspect that they do not have the license to digitally recreate the MCU Avengers team, so they have to go with
Well, that's a
something
good
that
point.
looks
Look at
enough
Ben
like
knowing
them,
everything.
but
Hate him.
isn't them. But I will say, they do look super weird.
Yeah.
It looks like someone has sort of done a paint by numbers job on them and done it really poorly.
Everything's bland. It's just so like...
But the
Nothing's
story,
defined.
in the trailer, there's a mission. It looks like they get fooled by some big bad. It looks like skeleton kung fu expert guy. What's he called?
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster's in it.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I just can't get over the terrible sound mixing, which makes all the voice actors just sound really, really bland. Like they do not care that they're there. And the costumes are bad.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Maybe. Here's just a thought. Maybe the people who came up with the trailer have taken the only footage available to them that wasn't as exciting as possibly it could have been, and that's what they've put online. And maybe it's a marketing screw up rather than a game development screw up.
Maybe, but I think we expect more from this franchise, from this group.
Yeah.
I don't think we should accept something of this quality with the brand that it's slapped on the top of it.
Is it open world?
Don't know.
Is it out this year?
I don't know. Ask me something else.
What's your name?
I don't know.
I'm going to see when it's out because I don't think it's out this year. I think there's
good.
time for them to fix whatever
Let's hope they
Nate
do.
thinks is wrong.
Yeah,
with it.
but don't do that. We haven't talked about the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. and we're not going to.
Why would we? Because it makes me feel physically sick.
But the news about the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer,
sorry, I just was sick in my mouth.
yeah, but the news about that is that they're going back and they're changing everything about the Sonic character, the look of it, right? Because the internet was aghast, as you are.
Yeah.
So why release a trailer? Like, ask people if it's any good.
Well, does that normally happen?
Yeah.
Does it happen that people, a big movie company will release a trailer and then everyone will go, "What a load of pants! What a load of pants!
Yeah, well, a load of pants.
What a load of
Yeah,
pants!"
back
And
yourself,
then
go
they
with it.
reshoot everything.
No, very, very rare. It's
exactly.
unprecedented.
So what's the point?
I can
If
think
it's-
of 2 films in the last year that have done it.
Out of how many films that have been released?
A billion.
The one with Kevin Spacey.
I wasn't even thinking that one.
All
Okay, 3.
the money in the world?
All the money in the world.
Yeah.
The Sonic one.
Yeah.
And the last one I've got, which is escaping me right now. X-Men Scary School.
Dark Phoenix. No, New
No,
Mutants.
the other one. New Mutants, that's the one. So they released a trailer for that, and then literally the very next day they said, "Oh, and by the way, this film is now delayed a year. Actually, now it's 18 months. Actually, now it's 2 years. Actually, they're still reshooting it now."
Right.
So
It's not going to happen.
it does happen. It probably never will come out. In the
No, but that's
cinema.
different. What Nate was talking about was reshooting a trailer because people's opinion says it's rubbish. What you've said there about the New Mutants is that it's delayed.
Yeah.
Not that it was people's reaction was, "This is a really poor trailer. Now please do something about it." That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
You know, if it's 1 in 100 as a movie company, I would never do that. I'd be just like, well, it would take me, if I was to go, "What do you think of this trailer?" to 10 people, maybe this, maybe that. It costs more money to do it, reshoot it, pull it
It's
together.
going to cost a lot of money. It's not going to recoup that.
No, it's not.
Should we come back to the games?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to buy Marvel's Avengers. I'm going to play it because I like the Avengers, and I've been looking for a
And
game.
you hate yourself.
Yes, I've been looking for a game that sort of uses popular characters like this in a sort of open world setting. I hope it's open world. It might not be. It might just be you do missions on this level and that's it. It's completed. But I'm gonna buy it. I hope the cutscenes, there are not too many of them, because from what I've seen so far, they look dreadful.
Good.
But the gameplay looks fun.
So the last thing on here.
Yes.
So we've known about this game called Cyberpunk 2077
I haven't.
for a while. They kind of announced some things. They've sent some screenshots. It's got like a Blade Runner, Akira type look. Cyberpunk, it's what's in the name.
Yeah, I get you.
And
It's
so
on the nose, the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very on the nose.
So they've released a trailer for it, and the trailer looks great. Looks really fun and interesting, and the main character's got like some interesting angst and stuff, and he's obviously a criminal, but he's loyal to his brother or friend or whatever, and he's blah blah blah. But the news story is that Keanu Reeves came out on stage at the end because Keanu Reeves is in this game, and the internet has exploded with love for this man.
Everyone loves Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
don't
he's
they?
having a Keanu Reeves.
That was brilliant.
Thank you.
I don't think I could even try and say that.
No,
Can
I
you
think I said it wrong as well. But, like a renaissance.
Renaissance?
Yeah. But Keanu.
I can't even say his name.
Oh, exactly.
Can
Yeah.
you?
So obviously the John Wick movies have helped with this, and he's done a lot of stuff. When he came on stage and was talking about it, some guy yelled at him, "You're breathtaking," and he yelled back, "You're breathtaking too," or something like that. And
What a comeback.
yeah, but the company making this, I've forgotten the name of the company. Someone help me.
It doesn't matter. It's important that it doesn't matter.
They've basically said that the guy yelled it out at Keanu is going to get like a steelbook free of this game, like a proper collector's edition, because it was like love for Keanu and love for the system. So yeah.
Good on him.
Do you know that Speed's like 25 years old?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock in the bus.
Yeah.
Is it Dennis Hopper as a baddie?
It is
Yes.
Dennis Hopper's about
What
it.
a great film that was.
It's a great movie.
Is
They-
it?
They're
Yeah.
also making Bill and Ted 3. Did you know that?
Bogus.
Yes.
So yeah, just Keanu Reeves. Thoughts?
I still haven't seen John Wick 3. I sure wish I could.
I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't.
Oh, they're great fun.
But a lot of people have said that these are good films.
I have heard this.
They are, when you were in your early 20s,
Oh, such a long time ago, Ben, but I'm going back. Go on.
like I'm talking early 20s, and you were going on a night out with your friends.
Yeah.
It's the sort of film you'd put on and drink to before you went out.
Why, is there lots of drinking games? Because he says a lot
Well,
of things the same. Like when you're watching
I mean, you
Star
could
Wars,
take
how many
a-
times they say the Force? Drink.
You could drink every time John Wick shoots someone in the head in the films, and you would be drunk in about 10, 15 minutes.
Brilliant, let's do this. Okay.
I'd like to watch them.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
honestly,
Maybe we'll
they're
sit down
good
together
fun.
and hold it.
Well, the first two are
Just
good fun.
sit down together.
But can we be better?
Nothing.
So yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, he's having a
Keanu-sence.
I don't think it works. I'm going to tell you. I don't think it
Sure, I heard buzz that he might be coming into the Marvel universe in some way, but that's just a matter of time, right? If he's really hot right now,
works. As whom?
The net is wide open. I mean, there's all the.
Reed Richards? No.
But what about the Eternals and the spacey stuff? He could just be anyone.
Okay, yeah. Silver Surfer.
Galactus. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Doctor Doom. No, you need some of acting chops, not a wooden chair who can shoot people.
I don't think he's that wooden, is he?
No way. No way, dude. You need to take a step back.
You guys watch John
step
Wick
off.
and John Wick 2 and then tell me.
Can
how
I
much-
just
how
say
wooden
that
his
we're
acting is.
recording today at my house, so Ben, get out of my house.
Yeah, you can say. You legitimately can say
No,
that.
you get out.
Should we move on to some TV and movie news and
do
comic
it.
book news? And,
Yes,
yeah.
I want to talk DC.
DC. So DC's the next
Ooh.
section. So you said this when we were getting ready to record.
Yes?
Swamp Thing's been cancelled
Yes.
already. I mean, they'd already cut 3 episodes off the end.
And it's gone.
I only just saw the trailer like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and
I think the trailer scared the bejesus out of you,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, didn't
yeah,
like
it scared me a lot.
Don't like it.
I don't like
it.
it.
Yeah.
There's one thing that Nate and I have common, probably the only thing, is that I don't like scary movies.
Yes, the only thing.
So
we
the
like.
only thing you two have in common is
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
true.
scary movies.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely true.
only, yeah.
I haven't seen any of this because, surprise, surprise, it's not out in the UK yet. So if you want to watch it, we have to steal it. Or you have to get like pre-release copies from DC Universe to actually watch it. As some of our podcast friends that we have a Hulk podcast were given some
were they?
episodes to watch.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
by the studio to do some reviews on. And they really, really enjoyed. I've listened to their podcast today, and they really enjoyed what they'd seen so far. I think they might have only seen the first episode actually, and it looks great. There's some incredible talent involved in this. Swamp Thing is a character that is I think, is crying out for a really good TV show or movie or something like that because he's really dark and sinister, and there's a whole world that you can introduce by introducing that character, and they've cancelled it. I just cannot fathom it. I do not understand. And the thing is no one seems to know why they've done it.
Well, is it right?
There's
that they're-
suspicions about money.
Are they
or tax rebates or
killing?
something.
Are they killing the DC Universe streaming service?
I hear it may be getting wrapped up. Like Warner Brothers are going to do a streaming universe.
Already?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know it was a long time ago that we did a podcast, but I remember us talking about this, thinking that this could be a very good thing.
Yeah.
Because Disney are doing it, because they've got they've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Apple are doing it.
Apple
Amazon Prime are out there already.
So, but I guess with what Amazon Prime have got, they're showing a lot of things, not just related to DC.
Yeah.
So are we saying that DC have made an error here because they do not have the back catalogue or enough new stuff that people are going to go, I'm going to pay some subscription and watch this?
And
Is
I
that
think
what we're
it's-
saying?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's the most expensive one as well.
What?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much it costs. I do think they've got a fairly extensive back catalogue because if you think about all the Batman films, all the animated DC stuff they've got, if you've got DC Universe, you can read, I think, pretty much every DC comic that has ever been
What, on the telly?
printed.
No, I think you can get it on your tablet, but
Okay.
but it's 12 months behind, I think.
All right, fine.
So you can get everything from 12 months
12
ago,
months
and
ago
that's rolling.
and back.
It's a rolling
Yeah.
12 months.
I think there's enough content on there. I just think that the massive mistake they made was they didn't release it worldwide. They released it in America and then maybe some other areas of the world. They didn't just go, right, it's on, it's here, and everyone can have it now, go. Very strange. I hear it might be getting wrapped up into a Warner Brothers streaming service that Warner Brothers might do.
Yeah.
So, okay, fine. That, but then I don't know how much that's going to be. Probably expensive.
Well, I was going to say what we need is like one company to have a feed in from all of these different streaming services. But what you'll then have is Sky TV.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
So,
But is this, we have talked about this in the past, is this a sign that the streaming services, as we know them, maybe the bubble's bursting a little
yeah, it's the .com com.
Dot
.com, I just said.
Bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
The
what you
dot
meant.
com
I
bubble.
heard what you said.
And I think is this right? Netflix is in debt.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
How do we know? Because they don't release details.
I don't know. We're speculating wildly about things we don't know about. Should we move on to the next thing?
Sure. Well, yeah. I have a question. Are you going to, knowing that it's been cancelled,
Yeah.
but there is a 10-episode season, are you going to watch Swamp
No.
Thing? Are you going to watch Swamp Thing?
No.
I'm going to watch Swamp Thing. There you go. I've said it.
I don't have time, my love. I don't have time. My list of things when I was like listening to the nerd scene stuff, I was like, I don't think I've watched or read that much because I don't have any time in my life.
Yeah. And then I've seen your list, and it's 4 times as long as mine.
We're still talking about lists?
List. Okay,
Anyway,
let's move
so-
on.
I haven't got a lisp.
Tom King is leaving Batman.
Yes,
which
he is.
Some people are going, yay, and some people are going like,
No, boo. I say boo.
Well, I read some of his stuff when he first started, and I was like, oh, this is fine. And that's how I felt about it. But now he's leaving.
Yeah. So,
And how do you feel about it now?
Well, the second story is what I feel about this. So
Okay.
the first story is he's leaving after 100 issues.
no, that's incorrect. He was supposed to be given a 100-issue arc to do.
Right.
He is 72 issues into it. He will now be leaving after issue 85 at the end of this year. December it will wrap up.
But then he's going to do 15 issues
Also.
with a Batman Catwoman comic.
Yes.
Which is
will
going to
probably be a limited
introduce
run. Yes.
Phantasm.
Yes, apparently. And I'm like, what?
This is the best thing ever. James, do you know what we're talking about?
No.
Mask of the Phantasm is an animated Batman film. Mm-hmm. It is, in my opinion, the best Batman film ever made.
It's very good. It is very good.
It has the most solid story. It has the best action. I honestly believe if you filmed it
Live action.
exactly the same as it was now, people would lose their minds.
Where
about
can
the
I get
quality of it? I have multiple copies of it, which I will hand to you.
So how many hours is it?
An hour and a half?
What, 1 hour and a half?
Yes.
That's all I've got to do. So how come you've got... Okay. I was going to say, why have you got multiple copies?
Hey, when you watch it, after you watch it, you can watch it again and listen to the commentary that Nate and I did on it.
I don't think I'll do that.
No, he's not going to do that.
I hear
But
enough of your voice all the time.
It's really good.
Okay.
But it was released. It was a theatrical release after the animated series. Did you remember the Batman animated series?
Yes.
So it's all of that basically. It's the same characters and the same art style. It's
What's it called?
did Paul Dini write it? I think it was
I
Paul
think
Dini
so,
and
yeah. Someone else.
can't remember the artist's name.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's really annoying.
But it uses very much the same aesthetic and sort of music as the 1989 Batman movie.
Oh, you've told me about this before.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
And what's it called again?
Mask of the Phantasm.
Mask.
So,
of-
The Phantasm has only been in the animated series.
Right,
It's
okay.
never been in the comics before. The character has never come away from that movie, which is such a shame because it's such a great character.
so introducing this person and Tom King doing it, this person I say because I'm not spoiling anything,
Yeah.
is incredible as far as I'm concerned. Because I have loved Tom King's story because it's not a wham bam thank you ma'am sort of thing. It goes really deep into like who Batman is and why he does what he does and the effect it has on everything. And then there's like a glimmer of hope where Catwoman and him sort of they connect again and they sort of fall in love. And then there's a potential that it's all been spoilers. It's all been a bit of a crazy plan by Bane to break the Bat, but not physically break him in every conceivable way, emotionally, physically. It's so good. The last issue, 72, there was a fight. Batman and Bane had a fight in Wayne Mansion, and the entire thing was a voiceover explaining pretty much why everything had happened so far in Tom King's run. It was incredible. It was so good. I'm so gutted it's going to end before he wanted to end it, but he's going to get a chance to wrap it up. And I think he's going to go on and do some other things. Like I think he's going to write something for Warner Brothers in the DC universe as well. I think he's going to write a movie. I don't know which one. It'll be something.
I'll borrow a copy. I'll watch it in the next 3 days.
This is
Perfect.
Mask of the Phantasm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Good.
It's a good
fine.
story. It's a really good story.
Good.
So that might get me back into comics.
No, it won't.
Yeah, we'll see. So sticking with Batman and DC, so the new Batman's been cast.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Or as the Weekly Planet have called him, Robert Battinbat.
Oh. They're not funny.
So, Mr. Pattinson,
Joking.
thoughts on him?
My knee-jerk initial reaction when it was rumoured was, oh, no, I don't think so. But now I've had time to sit with it, and then it was officially announced like a fortnight later. I'm completely fine with it. He's not young.
No.
He's like early 30s.
Yeah.
He gets a haircut. He beefs up a little bit because, you've gone from Affleck to a shiny, sparkly vampire.
He's not a shiny, sparkly vampire. This is the problem. Everyone's judging him by
He
Twilight.
was a shiny, sparkly
I know,
vampire
but-
in Twilight.
But
And the
Ben
Twilight
Affleck
film.
was Daredevil.
Yes, he was. Yeah. I like Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
That's a good point, Nate. It's a really good point.
People were like, Ben Affleck's he's the worst. And he with his Batman, and then everyone was like, oh my God, Ben Affleck's the most amazing. And now
He was
they hate
good
him
about.
again.
He was good as Batman. I
He was
thought.
Yeah, he was great. I loved him as Batman.
I think Pattinson's going to be good as well. I think he's going to be different. I think everyone lost their minds, obviously, and there was all this, oh, it's going to be terrible. And I initially was not happy with it, but I think it'll be great.
So they're saying that the story is going to be much more focused on the crime fighting and the criminology side of things rather than like pow, zap, bam. You like that reference?
The big
Yeah.
punch-ups, yeah.
However, they have just revealed, well, it's been
heavily rumoured.
heavily rumoured that the 4 villains of the film have been confirmed.
Go on, do it.
The Riddler.
Cool.
Good choice, I think.
Yeah.
But at that time we had a gritty Riddler.
Depends
Jim
who they
Carrey?
cast.
Jim Carrey.
Play the
yeah.
Riddler, yeah.
I don't think they'll go anywhere near that sort of Riddler.
No, I don't
again.
think so.
I think Riddler will be quite menacing.
Well, he is a menacing type of character.
Yeah,
really.
because he's smart, right?
Yeah.
So that's helps lead credence to the idea that this film will be about
Mm-hmm.
brains and criminology. The next one is the Penguin.
Yes, okay. Again, depends on the casting.
But I think
That's how they do it.
The casting it's going to be Josh Gad almost certainly because he's been talking about it for a billion years.
That's interesting.
Olaf from Frozen. I think he is a good actor, and I think he will do it well.
Okay.
And I also think that they'll probably do Penguin as like a mob boss, as opposed to like criminal mastermind or mayoral candidate. Or if he is a mayoral candidate, it'll be using mob links.
But that's how he is in Gotham, the TV show. So
And the game,
and
the
I know
Arkham
that's
City
yeah,
sort of-
that's
Yes.
coming to an end actually on E4, I think. But I watched a couple of seasons of it, and you saw him sort of grow as a character and become the mob boss.
Yes, and I think that's what they'll do with him. I think.
And I'm really sorry, I'm going to cough.
Hashtag pause for cough.
The third one listed is Catwoman.
Okay, good.
Be interesting what they do with Catwoman. Probably a love interest.
/ naughty thief.
Yeah, but like what I'm thinking is,
Jewel thief.
it seems to be a trope of all Batman films that there has to be a love interest for Batman,
Well,
and then
sure.
there's a villain.
Yes.
Why not combine them, a la Batman Returns?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And the fourth one is Firefly, which is a guy that goes around burning stuff.
Yeah. Again, he's in the Arkham games.
I imagine
And
he'll be.
he is also in Gotham.
Is he?
There you go.
So he's got some cultural relevance. Yes. I think he'll just be a thug. I think he'll be the guy doing some stuff that will be being paid being paid by the Riddler, which will be
Yes.
it'll just have to be Batman will investigate
Yes.
arsons and things
And
like that.
he'll investigate all these things. He'll investigate Catwoman doing jewelry thefts and
It all linked together.
yeah, it all needs to go. And it's the Riddler behind it all. And he's hopefully he's not a crazy gurning fool like Jim Carrey was in
He won't be.
95's
No way.
Batman Forever.
Nope.
Because I can't have that. I need an Edward Nygma criminal genius.
Well, it's Matt Reeves who did the Planet of the Apes movies of late.
Yep.
And they are
Fantastic.
well, yeah, and they're raw.
Awesome.
Yeah, like you feel every single, punch and scream and explosion and
Everything about it is-
You feel it, right?
Yes.
So I think he'll bring that to Batman.
I feel genuinely excited for this film.
Well, I
I
think
need to rein it in a bit, I think.
You just need to take it slow, Ben.
Okay, I will.
All right, take a breath and you'll be all right. It's good. I think why not? Let's just go with it.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah,
can't judge based on what actors have done before.
Yeah.
And interestingly, I was reading an article about when Robert Pattinson was cast, that they talked about all the other actors that have been Batman and how close it has been for some of them where it almost destroyed their careers.
Yeah.
But I would say that was not necessarily how they portrayed the character, but how crap the films were.
Yeah. And actually, I think...
Look at Ben.
Has there really been...
He's fiddling with something, so he's not happy.
Well, think back. Has there been a Batman cast that really anyone was happy with? Michael Keaton was a comedian when they
And
started.
it was Beetlejuice. No one wanted that.
Yeah. Val Kilmer comes in, they're like,
No
why
way.
have you
That's
changed
not-
him?
that's
That's
not Michael
weird.
Keaton.
Yeah. And he's blonde, and that's strange.
Yep.
George Clooney was like so hot right now. He was just a famous person.
Well, yeah,
think
that was
everyone-
he was just riding on the ER fame,
yeah,
wasn't
he was. He was just really famous.
Yeah,
I think everyone was quite happy with George Clooney's casting, and then they saw the film and they were like,
Yeah, I guess so. But I think it was just a bit random.
yes, I agree.
Ben Affleck. Lots of people didn't like it at first.
Christian Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale, of course. Yeah.
Christian Bale was awesome.
Yes, but to begin with,
When he was
he's
cast,
he's
everyone was
the
like, he's too short.
he's the short, skinny English guy.
Yeah.
What's he
And
doing?
then he beefed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but he's Welsh. He's not English.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Who said he was English?
I did.
He just literally did.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
We're all
there
happy with
there
this.
is precedence for people not liking whomever has been cast as Batman.
Yeah.
I'd like
Every
to ask.
single
I'd
time
like to
before.
ask the people who have said this is not a good idea. Who would they cast?
yeah, absolutely.
Twitter, please. Thank you.
And because it's going to be over the top fan stuff, isn't it? Like Superman, everyone wants John Hamm for Superman. They've always wanted John Hamm. Well, John Hamm is now too old to play Superman, so get over
that
it.
Mad Men?
It's so
Yes.
gorgeous. Sorry.
Too old for
Ooh.
Superman now.
Okay.
Should we move on?
Yes, please. I'm sorry.
Last DC story. This one you can get hot under the collar about because, whew, I am.
Suffering succotash.
Yeah. Wonder Woman promo image.
Oh, come on, you guys. Get your minds out of the gutter.
I can't.
Wow,
She's
wow.
just so hubba.
She's hot.
She is. What a
Ridiculous.
yum. What is it they say in Wayne's World?
She's Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Schwing.
Yeah. And I think it's when it's Swedish, it's Schmurgen.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. What a great image. This is an absolutely fantastic image. No, I mean, we're joking, right? She looks, amazing.
Stunning.
She's obviously a goddess.
Again, no one liked her when she was cast
I know.
as Wonder Woman.
But what a brilliant image in terms of the colouring. And like, we know it's set in the 80s. It's going to have a very neon vibe.
It's powerful as well.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
really
okay.
powerful.
I mean,
yeah.
sorry. Yes, she's a beautiful lady, but
Yeah.
it's powerful the way she looks. For me, it looks like she means business.
Yeah, she's
but
in
there's,
armour,
but there's
yeah.
a cheeky little smirk there, like,
Yep.
yeah, I'll take anything that's coming on.
Yep.
I'm going to beat you up.
It's because she knows that she could pretty much beat up anyone that comes at her.
Yeah.
It definitely does suggest like goddess, warrior, queen, doesn't it? That's what it suggests.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that it's got loads of bright colours.
Yeah,
Lots
it's
of
cool.
different random colours in there. It reminds me of the 80s. I almost want to dig out a shell suit which has got those colours on.
Yeah.
Because I think it's upstairs.
brilliant. It's a full on statement from DC movies, right? Where the criticism came from Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, where it's all like it's too dark, it's too air quotes gritty, there's no fun, there's no
the
color.
palettes are all washed out,
This
yada,
is just
yada.
a statement of
Well, here you go.
yeah.
Have the 80s.
I think I just thought of something. I think I might have seen Wonder Woman since we last did a podcast. I think.
Brilliant. It's a great movie.
Awesome.
Great.
Really, really good.
Yeah, great.
Fairly confident they wrapped up filming this a little while ago.
Yeah,
and
they
they've
did.
done the same thing with this that they did with Man of Steel and BVS. They've put the release date back a year to more than likely perfect the probably incredible amount of CGI that's going to be in it for certain scenes, certain fights, what have you.
Yep.
I don't care though, because
Well-
you see an image like this and you think, yes,
That's right. The only thing wrong with putting it back is that we don't get it now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
But it
is
gets
true.
us talking. People are
Absolutely.
the hype is getting bigger.
Yep.
I mean, millions of people listen to our podcast.
Millions.
And we actually someone asked me how many people listen to our podcast today, and I didn't know.
A few hundred.
Okay, that's cool.
Should we move on?
Certainly. Yeah. Why not?
Should we move on to some Marvel stuff?
Yeah, we've done DC.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We've got two Marvel things.
Yes.
Dark Phoenix has come out, and apparently it's sort of
Not doing
meh
very well.
and not doing very well. Certainly,
It's not
doing
making
very
the
well.
money that people were anticipating, Nate.
Yes, it's making the least amount of money any X-Men film has ever made.
Really? Is it that bad?
It cost 200 million to make, and it's made
Probably with
40
reshoots,
or
yeah.
something.
Wow.
That's
In
in,
its
the
first-
US, and I think then worldwide, you can add I think in total it's made 136 million. I'm reading here.
Right, okay.
Which
What are people? Sorry, Ben.
Well, I mean it's It hasn't made its money back.
Nope.
At all.
What are people saying then?
People are saying it's fairly meh. I think it's actually
It's
average.
not the worst X-Men film, but goes out with a whimper.
But I guess it's following a massive Marvel sort of event, and this is kind of, it's like, I don't know, trying to think of a really good analogy. Why don't you help me out?
Well, they said that they did loads of reshoots for the end because apparently the ending was a bit too much like another movie that's come out recently, which is essentially Captain Marvel. So I think what they've said is that in the end of Captain Marvel, there was like space battles with lasers firing everywhere, and they didn't want to do the same thing.
Knife lasers?
Knife lasers, yeah.
Knife lasers.
I'd love it as knife lasers, but it wouldn't. It'd be wispy flame lasers anyway. So lame, but good memory on knife lasers.
I know. I did.
Yeah, thank you.
Things like this pop in my mind.
Yeah,
When I'm at work, stuff like this happens all the time.
A strategic meeting, and you're like knife lasers.
Someone will be like,
Yeah,
all of it, like, freaking lasers. Anyway.
So yeah, I'm not gonna see it. Are you guys gonna see it?
I was all set to go and see it, and then the day I was going to go and see it, I did not have a good day at work, and I was just like, the last thing I want to do right now is sit in the cinema because I'll fall asleep. So I don't know. I'm considering it. I might take a day off next week and do a double feature of this and then Brightburn.
All right.
But at the same time, I'm also not 100% going to go and see this film. I might do a double feature. I might just go and see Brightburn and bin this one off because. Again, I'm going to mention another podcast. Friends of ours said that we have a whole, guys, you should go and listen to them. We have a whole podcast. They watched this and they both gave it 2 thumbs down. Chris said, don't waste your time. It's not that good.
Yeah, I don't think it is probably worth the cinema ticket.
Yeah, well, I got some vouchers for my birthday. So
Right.
Don't waste them.
Save them for something better.
Yeah, maybe I will.
If you're going to do that, you're chucking it away. You may as well give one to Nate and I, and we'll go and watch another film with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my luck, you go on your own because I couldn't make it. But anyway,
No, I would not. I actually prefer going to the film with you.
I think, though, it's a little bit of a shame that this didn't knock it out of the park. Like, it didn't end on a really high note because this is it right now for these X-Men films. For this cast, they're all going to be recast.
Are they all going to be recast, though?
Yes.
Well, I suspect they will be.
Deadpool's not. Apparently they said they're keeping Deadpool. But then you can do that. You could do a 30-second scene at the beginning of the next Deadpool movie because he's meta and he knows. He could just go, oh, so I'm in Disney now. Fair enough. And then move on. Like, that's it.
Say,
why would they change the actors?
Well, they will, because Deadpool makes money.
Yeah.
Wolverine's too old. Hugh Jackman's too old to play Wolverine now.
Oh, okay, that's a fair point. But all this is a reboot of all them being
love
younger.
that he called Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Wolverine,
though,
yeah.
because Hugh Jackman is
Yeah,
Wolverine.
exactly.
He is nobody else.
But that's and they'll move away from that. I think they'll move away from the character because who can you get to replace Wolverine? This close to it, right? Sorry,
You could do it.
yeah, I could probably do it.
I
I
think
can do it,
when they reintroduce the X-Men into the MCU, they'll stick with the comic book first X-Men team.
Yes, I agree. It'll be Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Iceman, Beast, and Angel.
Yes, and Marvel Girl is Jean Grey.
Yes,
There we go. Who's also Phoenix.
Xavier, I suppose, as well.
Well, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like they'll get unknowns to play them all.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
That's
It
what I
worked. It's worked before. It will work again.
Hemsworth was fairly unknown when he got into that. Who else was unknown in these movies?
No one knew Scarlett Johansson was when she was cast as.
Brie Larson was an up and coming cult actress when she got.
She was
Captain
more of
Marvel.
an indie sort of
Yeah.
star. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
people knew who she was, and of course,
Well,
I
she
was
won an
joking
Oscar,
about
so
Scarlett
people will
Johansson.
know who she is.
Sorry,
She won an Oscar
that's true. She
for
did
the
an Oscar.
Room.
Room.
Yeah. So she was pretty well known.
Fair enough, but not
All
maybe
right.
in.
Look at me knowing some stuff that putting you guys in your place.
Probably not in popcorn cinema. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But you're right. She's much more known than Hemsworth because he just came from Neighbours
Yeah.
or Home and Away.
Throw another
Definitely
shrimp.
one
On,
of them.
Yeah.
he's probably throwing another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah.
or
I'm trying to
something.
think who else is in Marvel. I'm just completely drawing a blank on other people that are in those films.
Doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Chris Pratt. He was just from Parks and Rec, but people knew him.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Zoe Saldana was very famous.
Let's move on.
Okay,
Let's
cool,
move on.
right, yeah.
Separate franchise.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix.
Nate's
No.
lost himself.
No.
Lost himself in this.
It's a real shame. I did wonder if it would have a poor opening, but then people would sort of go, "Well, actually, I've seen it. It's not that bad," and then it might pick up a bit. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
No.
Okay.
It's probably going to make the least out of any X-Men film.
Flipping into a completely different scenario.
Certainly.
Yes.
The Black Widow movie has started filming. It's
I'm excited about this.
Freaking time. I'm excited about this.
Because I think the character is. We've only scratched the surface
Agreed.
on a lot of things in the films that she's been in.
Yep.
I don't know any of the backstory, but I'm interested to know more about it. I mean, actually, there is a flashback, isn't there, at one point?
Yeah, in Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
she has a ballerina type flashback,
Yes.
and we know that she's got red in her ledger, air quotes. That's so that she's obviously like been an assassin. And there was a throwaway line in Winter Soldier where she says, "Don't you remember me?" Mm-hmm. So we know there's something there between them.
Civil War, I think that is. But yeah, there is a throwaway line that she says that to Bucky, who is the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So we know there's a lot of past they've set up for her. I think Scarlett Johansson's brilliant.
Agreed.
Spoilers, hate that she's dead in Endgame. Anyway, I think a lot of people have said, "Oh, it would be disservice to the character if they bring her back." I say no, I don't think so. I think if she's brought back without her choice, someone brings her back without it being her choice, then it doesn't do a disservice to her choice that she made to sacrifice herself.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think... no. I think she's dead. I think this movie is going to be set way before...
Yeah, he knows that.
That's what they've said, but what I would think would be a nice way to do it is that something in the past triggers the fact that she can be reborn so that we can have future movies with her. Because I think if she's gone, that's a really, really sad loss.
It's a big loss.
Yep.
Big loss to the team.
Really interesting character.
And again, yes, especially the last Avengers film.
Endgame.
Just being Endgame, yeah.
Yes.
She was just kind of sat there and you could see the struggle that she was having.
Yep.
She was basically the boss.
Yep. And she's us, right? In the world of all those gods, she's the human on the team.
And Hawkeye.
Yeah, but, Hawkeye's...
Yeah, but no one cares about Hawkeye, really, do they? He's got a family, he lives on a farm.
What's the other one as well? The eagle? Well, the arms.
Falcon, the eagle. That's Captain America now you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Come on.
I'm just joking.
But even he... there's an element of, he's... I don't know. He sort of stands apart. I still think she's the heart of the Avengers.
Yeah, probably without meaning to be either, because she's this... former cold-blooded Russian spy assassin.
I think maybe her scene in Endgame, where you say she's the boss and she's having the peanut butter sandwich, right?
Yep.
That's one of the best scenes in the movie because you see this genuine emotion, this sort of raw.
Yeah, she's
I
broken.
think you're right, but it starts a bit before that as well. She starts having a relationship with Banner and the Hulk.
Yes, sure.
She's there as that calming mechanism.
Yeah. Interesting character,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
would say
so
this-
glad she gets her own movie.
Yeah, can't wait for this.
And all the people who've said about great to have strong female characters leading the way. Great,
Do it.
and again, that's fine.
Yeah, there's possibly this film has come a little bit late. This film possibly should have come out maybe 5 years ago, but I don't know. What are you going to do?
I mean, a lot longer.
Sure. Yeah.
If we're talking about feminist agenda, then yeah, we're well behind the curve.
Absolutely.
But let's move on to the next section.
Yes, I believe this is called the random shit section.
Yeah,
of
this is the random
podcast.
shit section.
So
yeah,
we're gonna cruise through this?
Yeah, we're gonna
Do you
cruise
like
through
what I
this.
did there?
I did. Very good.
Very
Thank
good.
you. Yeah.
So this is a collection of stories that don't fit under the Games, Marvel, DC banner, but there are some interesting stuff in here. And the first one, as you quite rightly led us up to, you racked them up. We'll knock them down. Justin Bieber called out Tom Cruise on Twitter.
I still don't know why he did it.
I don't think anyone does. Does anyone know why Justin Bieber does anything?
No, I don't know. And my money's on Tom Cruise to pick Justin Bieber up, rip his head off, and shove it up his arse.
So he just tweeted saying, I dare Tom Cruise to a fight.
About UFC.
Yeah, and if he doesn't do it, he'll never live it down or something. Does this kid know who Tom Cruise is? Because I don't think this kid knows who Tom Cruise is.
Did you see the reply that Tom Cruise sent?
Yes,
He
it
sent
wasn't
you.
genuine. It wasn't Tom Cruise.
Oh, shut the front door.
I checked his Twitter feed just in case it wasn't.
Well, it should have been.
I know. Yeah.
It just said, you're.
You apostrophe.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because Justin Bieber spelt the word wrong.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand this.
I think it's a trend. I genuinely believe this is a trend. Someone started something off, like the Ice Bucket Challenge,
Right.
all this sort of stuff. People are just going to call people out.
Well, now, to take the mick out of Justin Bieber, people are challenging celebrities who are like 25 or 30 years older, whatever it is, to fight. And
It's like Celebrity Deathmatch. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, it is. And I want to see all of them.
No.
Yes.
We should be challenging people to do something good and nice and positive for the world, not fight each other.
I'm sorry, but if Tom Cruise kills Justin Bieber, that's something good and nice and positive for the
No,
world.
it's not.
Oh,
Justin
come
Bieber
on.
should just be
Benjamin,
quieted. Just
no.
be shushed. Not you. You're definitely shushed. I like you
How
talking.
about Justin Bieber challenges someone else to say how much money they can raise by doing something good? Or
Oh, you're
how much
absolutely
money have I earned this year? I'm going to give it to someone who needs it. I challenge you now, Bieber.
You are getting a round of applause from 100% of your audience.
Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, if you think about how much noise this generated on the internet in the last couple of days, it's been trending everywhere. Now everyone else is challenging everyone else to a fight. Yeah, if they'd done something like that, they probably could have made some real positive change in the world. But no, Justin Bieber wants to challenge Tom Cruise to a fight, which he would lose.
Okay, fine. Fact.
Crazy. Anyway, move on.
So, next story. Quentin Tarantino has finished writing his Star Trek script. We all thought this was a joke at first, but no.
It doesn't. Is it still a joke? Is this real?
This is happening.
I cannot fathom a Quentin Tarantino written and directed Star Trek film. It does not compute for me. It literally, my brain does not conceive of the concept being actually there on the screen in front of me to watch. It cannot really happen, can it?
And apparently it's R-rated, which is like an 18 certificate here in the UK.
Yeah, because it's going to be sweary, and there'll be some bloody knife lasers in that.
There will be some knife lasers.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness, I would say the Klingons are going to be brutal.
I guess Discovery has kind of set us up for this. Because Disco's got some, like, sexy stuff, and it's got some violent stuff, and
It's got some people dropping some S-bombs and things like that.
Yeah, so maybe we...
Has it?
We're going to get into your nerd stuff. I see. We're laying that down for you, James.
There we go again.
I guess anything can be good, and Tarantino's good.
But Tarantino
Question
wants
mark?
to do a Bond film. Tarantino wants to do.
let me see that. Let me see that.
I would see that.
He wanted to do, after Pierce Brosnan's last Bond film, which was Die Another Day.
Yeah.
He wanted to do Casino Royale with Pierce Brosnan, set in the 60s, really dark, gritty version of that film. And everyone was like, yeah, we want that. We don't want this blonde kid, Daniel Craig, to be James Bond. He's not James Bond. And then, of course, Quentin Tarantino was like, I want to do it. Barbara Broccoli was like, no, fuck off. You're not doing it.
Oh, there's a big
It's an F-bomb. Just
That's
up
it.
there.
Just to let no one know.
That's my third swear.
Okay.
I don't care. Third swear, don't care.
Wow.
I'll be honest.
So he's wanted to do a franchise film before.
After having had a lot of Mr. Potato Face's Bond movies now, I'm ready for a 1960s gritty Bond movie.
Gritty, violent Bond thriller.
With
I
a
want
Pierce
to see
Brosnan.
how this plays out. I want to
With
see
the Star
how
Trek one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. Why not? I just don't
it's
think...
something that we are definitely. Okay, you say that about Disco is kind of sown a seed, but all the other TV shows and the movies have never been what you would classically say a Tarantino movie. Brutal at times.
I don't think he'd be given enough free reign to make the film that he'd want to make, and he'd walk. I think Paramount would want to lock him down too much, and he'd be like, no, I either make this my way or I walk, and they'd be like, okay, bye, and then they'll give it to someone else who directs the Fast and Furious.
I know
film.
what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I do think Disco has started to help with that. And I think, like, adapt or die. I think that all franchises that want to exist for a long time, they have to change up. They have to fit into what society wants. Otherwise, you're just producing the same thing. Bourne has died because it did the same movie 5 times.
Yes. Yeah,
and
right,
the 5th one was boring.
But do enough people want a sweary, violent Star Trek film from Tarantino?
It will make its money back.
Actually, when I say it like that, now I really
Exactly,
want it.
yeah.
Okay.
It'll make its money back, and if it's not liked that much, just forget about it.
Yeah.
Just move on to the next thing.
Yeah. It would just be like a lot of films on these days. Oh, yeah, that one doesn't count anymore. We're doing a direct sequel to the last one before this one.
It'll be the Ghostbusters 2016,
Yeah, very much
which
so.
now apparently doesn't exist.
Yeah, there you go.
It's on telly in a couple of days.
Yeah, so it does exist, but not in Ghostbusters
not in
continuity,
continuity.
apparently.
So I'm not going to watch that.
Next news story. Over to you, Ben, completely, because I don't read this or know anything about it.
Okay, so the Robert Kirkman, Lorenzo De Felici comic book Oblivion Song. Check out the Oblivion Song podcast and also the comic book from our friends from the Invincible podcast. Hey, TJ and Bill and Ryan. Anyway, yeah, they're going to make Oblivion Song into a movie.
Can they do Invincible first, please?
Well, they're doing Invincible.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Kirkman is going to produce. I think he might oversee some scripts, but he's not going to write the script. I don't know if they've got a director yet. I don't think they know anything else other than they've got the source material and they're going to make it into a film. Let me tell you what the source material is. 10 years ago, 300,000 people living in Philadelphia and a large portion of the city disappeared. And what was replaced with was an alien landscape, Oblivion. And the monsters from that alien landscape moved out into Philadelphia and started attacking people. And the people from Philadelphia who got transferred to Oblivion scattered. Some of them came back because they were saved by someone, and you don't really understand why. And some of them were killed, and some of them wanted to stay there and build a new life for themselves in this strange alien planet. And I cannot tell you how great this comic is. It's so good. It's Kirkman at his best in a sci-fi setting with monsters.
I'd probably enjoy that.
I think you probably would. And I think the film will hope, if it actually comes off, because a lot of Kirkman stuff gets optioned to become a film or a TV show, and then suddenly it goes quiet. If it actually comes off, I think it could be really good. Really good.
Is the film the right setting for it? Or should it be a TV series?
Well, so far, I think I just read the latest issue today, and I think it was issue 16. So, yeah, I think a film would probably be enough for it at the moment.
Okay.
Whereas I think Invincible fits a TV show format better than a movie format. I think with what we've got so far from Oblivion Song comic, yeah, it will fit into a film nicely. Very nicely.
Okay.
Cool. I'm psyched for it. It's got some twists and turns. It's got some really cool stuff where, say someone's on top of that garage out there, so they're about, 10 feet up in the air?
Yeah, don't like
if
it.
they were to transfer to Oblivion,
Yeah.
they would be 10 feet up in the air in Oblivion, and they might not be stood on anything and fall 10 feet to the ground, and they could, hit the table.
Yeah,
could be surrounded by monsters and things like that. Honestly, it's so good, and the way they use the technology to get in and out of places, like do jailbreak sort of things, so good, so clever.
Cool.
I'm hyped.
Cool. Sounds
I'm
good.
hyped. I'll go for it.
I'm going to jump around a little bit on the news, if that's all right.
Oh no! It's what you mean? You're not going to follow the order of
No,
things?
no. I've got one. I'm going to jump one ahead. So the film Dune is coming out soon.
Yes, directed by Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. Cannot wait for this movie. I'm super excited. I'm super, super hyped because it's Denis Villeneuve and it's sci-fi and it's Dune. And the cast, have you seen the cast for
Yeah,
this
some
movie?
crazy people cast.
Yeah.
this.
Let me just quickly reel off some of the cast that are in this.
Have you read the book?
No, I've got it on my shelf. I'm about a 10th of the way into it, but I'm reading like 12 other books. So.
Okay.
Zendaya is in it.
Oh yeah. MJ, yeah.
Rebecca Ferguson is in it.
Yeah, she's great.
Oscar Isaac is in it.
He's amazing.
Stellan Skarsgård is in it.
Yes, he's a legend.
You've got, I can't remember the guys, Dave Bautista in it.
Yes, Drax himself, lovely.
Javier Bardem is in it.
Yes, wonderful. Silva from the Bond films and every other Spanish sort of film that's ever been made.
Yes.
Charlotte Rampling is in it.
Yeah. British actress, yeah. Great.
Peter de... No, sorry, that's the character's name. The actor is played by... I can't remember his name.
Doesn't matter.
David Dastmalchian. You'll know him from Ant-Man.
Yes.
Yes, he plays one of Ant-Man's mates.
Yep.
I know the one.
Jason Momoa is in this movie.
Jesus Christ.
There's a few people in
There's
this.
quite a few people in this
Khal
movie.
Drogo.
And
I think this movie's going to be powerful.
Josh Brolin is going to be in this movie as
With
well.
all these people in, there's no way this film can be good.
I think you've missed the guy who's going to be.
Oh yeah,
Atreides.
yeah, because he's a relatively unknown.
But I think he's so hot right now.
It's Timothy Chalamet.
Charlemagne, yeah. I think he's very hot right now.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't
I think
know.
he's more like an indie actor.
Right. Cool. Good.
Cool. Good.
Anyway,
Yes.
the news story is
Yes.
there's going to be a TV series produced at the same time, tied into the same universe.
Wow.
So is it the film and then the TV series will
Yeah.
follow on from the film?
Oh, I don't know if it will follow on or if it will just be linked to it, but it's called Dune: The Sisterhood, and Denis Villeneuve is producing the first episode.
Do we know what it's going to be on? Prime,
Ooh,
TV.
good question. I don't think they have announced that yet, but I just think that's really cool.
Means it's a bidding war for someone to buy it. And,
Yeah, probably
show
Netflix. Then Netflix.
It. Oh Jesus! Sorry.
Yeah,
wow.
so the first one is going to be directed by Denis Villeneuve, and yeah, How can this not be good?
Well, I think the movie will be great. The TV show, it depends on the budget and all that sort of thing. Yeah. And of course, TV shows where important directors come in and do the first one doesn't always guarantee success.
True.
However, Denis Villeneuve's track record is exceptional.
Yep.
So I will watch this film and I'll pick up the TV show as well, depending on what the film's like. I'm sure the film will be great.
Yep.
The only problem I have is that I've not read the book. And every time I think of Dune, I think of the 1984 movie, which not a lot of people like very much.
I think it's got quite a cult following.
Yes.
Sure, but I don't think it's very good. Is the point I'm trying to make.
I think what they've tried to do in that movie is be actually fairly true to the source material, so it's a little bit out there.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know if people were ready for that. Whereas I think now we maybe have got more sci-fi intelligence in culture.
It's in the zeitgeist, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll give it a go. The problem I have is anytime I think of the word Dune, the movie Dune, I think of Sting in very tiny pants. And I don't like it.
You'll get over that. It'll be Dave Bautista in tiny pants. You'll get over it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Wow.
Right, so I've moved things around.
Yes.
Because there's a whole series of trailers to talk about. You see, so I've bunched them together. See what
Right,
I've done
okay.
there?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Frozen 2 had a trailer.
I like it.
It looks amazing.
Looks brilliant. I am the very first thing with Elsa running through the water and...
that was the same footage as the teaser trailer, though, right?
Oh, do you know what? This is God honest truth, okay? I said to my kids yesterday, I said, there's a new Frozen trailer out. And Ida went, no, there isn't. I was like, what? I said, there is. There's a new trailer. She was like, no, there isn't. You haven't even got access to the internet. What are you talking about? So then I said, look, I'll show you it. And it started off, and she said exactly the same as Ben. Yeah, I've seen this already. I was like...
Are you liking my opinion to that of a 7-year-old girl?
Yes.
It's fairly true. Yeah. But then it does get into more.
Then she goes in the water and you see a horse.
Okay, so...
what the hell's all that about?
Has Anya got fire powers or water powers or something like that?
Or is it going to try and explain Elsa's powers?
Yeah, because I had this weird conversation this week with the doctor. I was like, does Elsa's powers... Is that ever explained?
No.
And we had a whole moment of like, I don't know. I can't
Well, there's
decide.
a line in the first film where the King Troll asks Elsa's mum and dad, was she born with these powers or was she cursed? And they say she was born with them.
Right.
But there's got to be a reason why she was born with them.
But it was weird. This conversation happened before the trailer came out. And then the trailer came out and I was like, oh, they're going to explain it.
Yeah.
Wicked. Good. Cool.
I don't know if I want it explained, though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Of course you
just do it. It's great.
Okay, fine.
Frozen one was amazing. So.
Fuck me, right? What do I know?
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly. Yeah.
That's 4.
Yeah.
For what?
Swears.
Yes.
Oh.
Sticking with kind of a similar sort of feel, Onward, the trailer. You guys seen this?
No.
Okay, so pause so we can watch the trailer.
So we're fully trailered up. We've watched a few now.
Right. Are we back playing now?
Ben's getting back in.
Oh, we're in.
We're in.
There we go. I'm in.
Okay, so Onward trailer.
That looked... Onward, that's the Pixar one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fun. That looks different.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Bright though, right?
Yeah.
As in the fact that magic is real and it's now what the world we live in. Yeah, but none of them are humans and
that's
elves
true.
living together.
That's true.
They're all weird creatures.
I think it's the Chris Pratt Tom Holland thing. I think it's they're so hot now. Do you remember the movie Passengers?
I've not seen it, but I'm aware of its existence.
Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. It was like, well, let's just get the hottest 2 people in the world at the minute and put them in a sci-fi movie because that's selling.
Chris Pratt is a god, and Jennifer Lawrence is my future ex-wife. So
Sure.
do not talk ill of these people.
I didn't see the point in the film.
No, that's what I mean. It kind of feels
I
a
don't know
bit
what the story was.
What Passengers or Onward?
The trailer.
Yeah, Onward. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going on a mission.
But
I think it's just tying into the fantasy stuff at the minute, right? Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings,
okay.
all the rest of it.
But it didn't. I didn't know what their mission was, and there was a lot of building up to. I don't know. I just
It's
didn't know what it
something
was.
different for Pixar, though.
Yeah.
They're not doing a sequel. It's something new. It's original content. That's brave. I'm behind that.
I'm not against it. I'm not
With it.
fully on board.
No, I agree.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Next trailer was Ad Astra.
I don't know what Ad Astra means, but the trailer looked fun.
I loved that the trailer is almost certainly the first half hour of the movie, and the rest of it is bonkers because there's that scene, there's that shot with all the red lights coming down, and then there's the shooting on the moon
Oh,
or
on
something,
a planet when
yeah,
they're on
and then like there's looks like some kind of interstellar type crazy stuff going on. I thought it looked
We've got to
great.
do a mission to save everyone because
What has
of
Tommy
something.
Lee Jones done?
What has he done?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. There's going to be some sort of timey-wimey stuff.
Probably,
I think it's
yeah,
going
yeah.
to be good.
Yep, it's going to be good.
I like
And Brad
Brooks.
Pitt's amazing, right?
I like Brad Pitt is one of the most handsome men in the world.
Hang on.
Well, of course, after you.
Yeah,
Jake.
after you. Yeah,
Cheers, mate.
yeah. We all know that. Yeah.
I very much like the silent explosion on the whatever that thing was.
Space station?
Orbiting. Is it a space station? Whatever it is.
yeah, yeah. It's
But-
Massive antennae.
You know, it's amazing. I liked it.
great cast in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
not bad. A few good people in there.
Yeah. No, I'll probably check that one out. I like that. I like the look of it.
I'll wait for another trailer and then I'll let you know whether I'm coming
I
to watch
don't know
it
if
with
I
you.
want to. I don't know if I want to see much more though, because it could give away essential plot points.
Maybe.
You know
just
what?
wanna see
We're
it.
not marketing companies.
You're what,
are
sorry?
I just want to see it. I think
Okay,
it's great.
what's it?
we? Yeah, good.
And the last trailer was Dark Crystal, the Age of Resistance. Yes,
Yeah.
which is a prequel to Dark Crystal. So I've not seen Dark Crystal. Have you?
Nope.
Have you?
Yes. Do I remember it? No.
Doesn't matter.
Shock.
Yeah.
Hashtag shock.
I think enough
Hashtag
people
does
will
James
be-
remember anything?
I think enough people will be gasping because we don't know and adore Dark Crystal.
I think it came out at that sort of time, that sort of labyrinth and
Yes.
legend sort of time where a lot of that kind of melds into one
Yeah.
memory.
Yes.
I think that trailer is one of the best trailers I've seen ever.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was meh. And I'm not going to watch this at all.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Yeah, not for me. No, thank you.
Yeah, shocked face. James's mouth
I
has
can't
dropped.
even talk to you right now.
Do you think it looked good?
That looked outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the fact that it's like puppets and practical effects, then clearly with a little bit of CGI tweaking it, makes it visually stunning. I think it's got.
Okay.
I just think it looks. It's just.
Oh, it
it's
looks
shot so well.
It
Things
looks
move
beautiful,
and jump
but
around.
no, it's not for me. One thing I didn't like was the fact that there was. There looked like some kind of early in the trailer. There was some kind of sword coming down, and some elf thing
Yeah.
that's obviously a puppet awkwardly blocked it. And then a heartbeat later, that same elf is doing like a run and jump. That it doesn't look like it's the same thing at all, and that is I found it jarring. And I know it's a puppet / with some live action or CG. Nope, not for me. Not for me.
I'm just trying to look up the plot for the Dark Crystal because I was going to read it out, but there's lots of words in there that I can't pronounce.
There's like the Skeksis and
Yeah,
things like
that's
that, which
right.
are the
Yeah,
bad
you just
guys.
yeah. Thanks.
Let me like what I like, and let me look forward to what I'm looking forward to, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Wow.
But you'll watch the first episode. You know you will.
No,
you know
I
you
won't.
will. James and I will watch it and we'll rave about it, and then the internet will rave about it, and then
And
you'll be
you'll have
like,
to.
"Oh, I better watch it."
No, because I do not have fear of missing out. So you know,
I feel like I could bet a KFC on this.
Damn it! You've always got double the crits for me.
I'm not saying that it won't be great and that people won't love it. I'm just saying that I looked at the trailer, and whilst yes, it was visually stunning, I was not engaged by what I was seeing, and it doesn't appeal to me.
Fine.
There you go.
He's allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Hate him.
There we go.
Nerd scene?
Are we done?
We're done.
Nerd scene.
Nerd scene.
Nerd scene.
So this is nerd scene, right? So it's a play on the word scene, which is like a part of a
Something
play.
you've seen,
No.
yes.
This is like a scene in a play.
Oh, a scene
or like
in a play,
film,
yes,
like
yes.
a section of it, yeah.
Right.
And then the word scene, as in something that you've visually watched.
Yes.
You know how that's a different word.
It is.
But if we mash it together, because then it's like a play on words, and we're nerds, and we talk about like movies and TV shows which have different scenes in them, and then we've watched them. Do you see how that's funny? Do you get it? Nerd scene.
I get it.
Something's not clicking.
No, okay. Next time. We'll try next week. We'll try next week.
I'll
Okay?
get it. I will get it. At
Yeah,
some point.
well, yeah, one day.
I just
yeah.
think, yeah.
It's my failing. I'm not explaining it right.
No, you
yeah.
definitely it's your failing because I'm intelligent.
Definitely.
So Ben, you've got a list. I've got a list. James, you haven't got a list.
I've got a list in my head.
In your head, right?
Because
Should we?
things will just pop in.
Do you want to go first? So you
Maybe.
got in your head?
Yeah, okay.
What have you got in your head?
So I have watched all of Disco.
You're amazing.
I can scrap this off of my list.
I love how you mainline stuff. You're so good at just like, yeah, I'm going to watch all of this show, and you just do it.
I think I watched it in about 2 weeks.
Well, funny story. I actually stopped watching season 2 and was picking up other shows, and then like one night you were just about finishing season 1, like you were like 3 episodes away from the end of season 1.
Yep.
And the next night you're like, oh yeah, I'm at episode 4 of season 2. And I was like, shit, I gotta get back on this.
I got a right on. It was brilliant.
It's good.
It is a very, very good show.
I agree.
I felt season 2 was an improvement on season 1.
Yes.
And I liked where it went in season 2 without giving away spoilers because people might not.
Are we not
watched
allowed to? Okay.
Well, let's give away spoilers if you want.
No, but
Spoiler
okay.
warning.
I'm wholeheartedly going to agree with what you said, Ben. But I think season 1 was amazing, and that means that season 2 was even more amazing.
Now,
I like the character development. A couple of things I didn't like, but it's just the Star Trek thing. Is Burnham was just like always knows everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
few-
bit like a know-it-all. Ben, do you know a know-it-all at all? Always thinks they're right, knows their stuff, that sort of stuff.
This guy sat to my left, you're right.
Is there someone else in the room with us?
There is.
Yeah.
Now, you asked a question of JB when he said, oh, I'm going to watch Disco. You said, I'd be keen to know what it's like to watch it, because you had a break we all had a break between season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And JB watched 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So what was your favourite season?
Ooh.
I know, because they probably all meld into one, right?
No, I mean, I think they all had their turning point. I don't know. Oh, it's a good point, Ben. I don't think I've got a favorite. Can I not have a favourite?
Can not
I
have a
just
favourite.
say
You can
that
love the whole thing.
I think it was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. I liked the story.
Yeah.
I liked the parallel universe. I
Yeah.
liked the fact that, and I can't remember the name of the captain, but he came back and it wasn't really him.
Lorca.
Lorca,
Thank you very much.
But-
But then the Red Angel in... Oh, look at me just going right in there with
Yeah,
spoilers.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's fine.
And wondering who that is. And then obviously there's Spock and there's a clash of the family.
Yeah.
And then also...
Christopher Pike is incredible.
He's
Yeah.
beautiful. Isn't he a beautiful man?
Yeah, number 1 is beautiful.
Yes, she is. Yeah. That's
She's
Rebecca
sassy.
Romaine. That's Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah, she's sassy.
Yeah,
It's Mystique.
That's Mystique. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she's
got
not
you.
sassy.
I got you. Anson Mount. I tweeted about him. That's Christopher Pike.
Yeah, thanks.
And said how great he was in Disco season 2, and he liked my tweet.
It was brilliant.
You
I
bet
just-
you're going to get married to him now.
Oh,
Good.
no,
I would happily
actually,
be married to that man.
I do remember something.
Go on then.
Because as I was watching season 2, I went, "Oh no, it's gone Terminator." Because I was saying, I was like Skynet becoming self-aware.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
for me, it was a bit
Control, yeah.
like, oh. But then a lot of shit good shit happened,
yeah.
and it was outstanding. Good. And it's left it on a very good sort of like, okay,
Well,
what's going to go on now?
So
Well, where can they take it
I
for
think
the
we're
third
in.
season?
I think we're in spoilers a little bit because Star Trek Picard is coming out,
Yes.
and that's going to be on Amazon. So I don't think they're going to necessarily tie in too much. But the point is that the next Star Trek TV show is in the future,
Yes.
and Discovery has just travelled through time, and we don't know where it is anymore.
Yes.
And there's a whole scene about we have to erase this from history.
But isn't the end scene was that the Enterprise had seen a red star at the end? And they were
Yes, so
travelling.
I think that means that Michael has set that off.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're going to now put Disco in the future
Okay.
of Star Trek,
Yep.
which gets you out of the way of all of those problems of we've never heard of him before, and we've never seen the ship before, we never had a ship that can do this travel, so move it into the future.
It was quite a big technological jump.
Yes, it was.
I mean-
no pun intended. No pun intended. Jump because I can jump.
Oh, yeah, cool. I didn't even know I made it funny.
Well
made it
done,
funny.
JP.
You're
You
so
made it funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. Brilliant. Outstanding.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I'm glad you your inhaling of the show encouraged me to
It's
go
been,
back and
I think
watch the
it's
rest of season
probably
2.
one of the best Star Trek shows.
I think I agree.
Fact.
I haven't watched the other ones in such a long time. I can't really say anything other than
Okay.
yeah, okay, I agree.
But it's different. It
Yep.
is a lot more action gore type of more adult. That's what I'm looking for.
It's grown up, right?
Yeah, it's not so. Yeah, it's more grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm
Alright.
dwelling on this.
What you got then, Ben, on your list?
Well, I was aware that a comic book that you had recommended to me,
Probably a
called,
billion years ago.
called Criminal, was coming back to a monthly release, and that there had been 7 volumes of collected editions released before that, from probably between 10 and 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
So I went back and I bought, with Christmas and birthday money, all 7 previous volumes of Criminal, and read them all. And my God, what an absolutely incredible read.
Yeah, they're good.
Just unbelievable. Not superhero, not sci-fi, not time travel, not anything crazy. It's just real people living in an unnamed city, living their lives having a criminal element to them, and screwing people over and doing what they got to do to survive. And the entire plot across all 7 volumes, and even in the single issues I've read since then, all intertwine in some way. It's like a Quentin Tarantino plot that's not comically violent.
Yep.
You know, it is absolutely one of the best things I've ever read. And volume 6, The Last of the Innocent,
Superb.
is probably my favourite comic book of the year so far.
Yeah, it's great.
And maybe even the last couple of years. It is so good.
It's kind of taking the Archie comics and turning them on their head. Like, what if these guys were actually like serial killers?
We're running on a high right now, gentlemen.
Yeah,
this is good.
Honestly, I'm pleased I've read them when I have, because I think maybe 5 years ago I wouldn't have appreciated this book as much as I do now.
Sure, okay.
I think I had to evolve and sort of grow up a little bit as a comic book reader to get them. But it's brilliant. Okay. I've got a couple of other comic books. Should I just jump in with them real quick?
Yeah, real quick. Do your comic books ones. Yeah.
So I'm reading Deceased, which is Tom Taylor, who did the Injustice comics. He's got like a new sort of Justice League story where it's called Deceased. There's only been 2 issues so far.
It's a play on like DC, right?
And Deceased.
Yeah.
And basically a technological and biological virus has hit the human race and turned anyone who gets it transferred by blood or by looking at their mobile phone into a bloodthirsty, raging zombie.
It's Marvel Zombies, but for DC.
I don't know. I have not read Marvel Zombies. I get the impression that might have been played for laughs.
No.
Okay.
No, Marvel Zombies.
Well, this isn't either.
It's brutal.
It is absolutely incredible. I'm really enjoying it.
Nice.
I think it's like a 7-issue run. There's been 2.
Cool.
It's great. And Doomsday Clock issue 10 made everything better.
When it's a collected edition, I'll buy the hardback.
Absolutely. And finally, my last comic book. I don't know what I can say in this. I've told you the spoilers because you demanded it.
I don't think. Don't tell anyone.
The Walking Dead issue 192.
Oh, yeah.
If you read the Walking Dead comic book and you haven't read this yet, get this in your life.
Yeah.
Done.
And talk to me about it. There you go. Right, Nate, you do something.
So I went to the MCM Comic Con.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Which was brilliant.
I went really high then, didn't
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't been to Comic Con in a while, and
You're going to dress up, aren't you?
Next time, I'm definitely getting some cosplay out.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I'm
Go as Batman. You may become Batman.
I might go as Superman.
He's more Superman than Batman.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
No, he's not super.
Anyway, MCM was great. So I just wanted to just casually mention that one.
Did you get any anything commissioned? Any drawings?
No,
or
didn't.
pick up
I got
anything fun.
I bought a ton of stuff: board games, graphic novels.
You bought a map thing,
wallets. No, I liked the map, but I haven't bought it yet.
Oh, who bought the map thing? Oh, was that someone from Jack and the Geek store?
Yes, I think so,
okay,
yeah.
fine, yeah.
Yeah, so that was really good. I want to do a mini plug here for the other podcast that I'm guesting on now. and producing.
Disagree. No, disagree.
No.
Oh, it's happening anyway. Okay. So I'm guesting on a podcast called Date Night with Delilah. And
I'm aware of it.
It's we watch TV shows or movies that have a biblical element and discuss how the Bible is portrayed, and I talk about whether it's a good film or not. And in that, we have watched Handmaid's Tale Season 1, Exodus, Gods and Kings, Mother, and a TV show called Of Kings and Prophets.
What's Of Kings and Prophets?
It's
Yeah.
not a great TV show about Saul and David.
Oh, is this the one with David Tennant in?
No, that's Good Omens, and that we are going to be reviewing that as well. On
Okay, fine. Sorry.
That's fine. But
Yeah.
So,
You're going
it's,
to talk about that on
Yes,
Date Night with Delilah?
we are going to.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Okay.
so it's a plug there for that, and
Everyone should check that out because it's great.
so I watched Handmaid's Tale Season 1 because I finished the book.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I hear that's really
Really good. Season 3 is coming out very soon. I need to watch Season 2 before that happens. Or Season 3 might be out already.
They're way off the book, though, right?
Yeah, the book ends
Yeah.
at the end of Season 1. However, found out this weekend, Margaret Atwood has written a sequel. And it's coming out like next month or something.
Cool.
Or in 2 months' time.
And is it season 2 of the show?
Don't know. Don't know whether she'll be influenced by the TV show or not. So that's quite interesting.
Very good.
I'm going to do one that ties you to me, Ben.
Oh, what? I
Sorry.
wanted to be tied to you tonight.
I'm sorry. We went to watch Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the worst films ever made.
Agreed.
Everything with human beings in it is terrible.
Completely agree.
Everything of the monsters in it was great fun.
No, I agree to a point.
But it's like Saturday morning cartoon fun.
Sure, yeah, I agree with that.
I was like happy to watch Godzilla punching King Ghidorah in the face.
You said you wanted to see that.
And that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And that's what I got.
Well done.
I liked the twist. Spoilers for this film. I liked the twist that King Ghidorah was a false king. Yeah. It's an alien basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's not an evolved being from the prehistoric Earth or even before that. It's an alien that I liked. I liked. What's the one that's a firebird? What's that one called?
Rodan.
I like the Rodan fight with
Yeah,
the,
good,
the planes because that was quite exciting.
See what I mean? Monster stuff, good, right?
But I will say that a lot of the time, whenever Godzilla was involved against something else, I did feel like it's just stuff smashing into stuff, and I didn't like it as much as you did.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I knew that's what it was going to be.
Sure,
Yeah,
And that's all I wanted. I just wanted to see.
I much preferred Godzilla. No. What's the other one? Kong Skull Island.
Yes.
To this film.
Which is the next movie, which is Godzilla vs. King Kong, which they've heavily laid on in Godzilla. King
Yeah,
of
how many
Monsters.
times did they mention
So many
Skull
times.
Island?
So many times.
Yeah.
James, you got any others?
So I watched the film War Planet of the Apes, the final one.
Nice.
That was awesome.
Yes,
that was
good
really
movie,
good.
yes.
I did
Oh,
cry.
yeah.
I cried.
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's a cry-worthy movie.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's also a film that doesn't have any joy in it. There's no joy in that film. It's a real heavy film.
The little girl, when he says the little girl.
Yeah, I think so. I'd
But
say there's some
mostly-
joy.
Okay, but mostly it's people dying, people at war.
Yep.
God, doesn't it look good, though?
Oh, God. The
Like,
apes
you know,
are
yes,
so
yeah.
incredibly
Like,
lifelike.
Going on a beach, you're going to say about
The
the beach.
beach.
Beach on the horses.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. The other thing that I've watched that actually ties me to Ben. So
Oh,
how do you
okay.
like those apples?
Okay.
Is Chernobyl.
Oh, I need to see that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. Nate is not going to care about this. However, I know that this isn't always the show of something that is excellent, but this is the highest rated TV show on IMDb.
Yep.
Higher than The Wire, The Sopranos, Game of Thrones at its peak, Breaking Bad. It beats everything. And it's 5 episodes long, and I have to say, it is absolutely brilliant.
You're right, Ben. It is absolutely brilliant. It was
But it is a tough watch, right?
tough watch. I mean, everyone knows what happens, but there's
Well,
lots.
actually,
well, okay, all right.
I didn't know how much
Does the boat
happened.
hit the iceberg?
No,
what
it
happens?
doesn't.
Oh,
but you're
right.
absolutely right. But okay, I don't want to spoil it too much. But yes, there is a nuclear explosion.
What?
And there is a lot of bad stuff that happens.
Yeah.
And I don't think I really want to say much more than
I
that.
didn't
No,
know
I don't think you should.
why it happened. That's explained.
Yeah.
I didn't know all the other stuff that they had to fix straight after that.
Yep.
And
The
some
ramifications
stuff
of everything that,
they,
happened.
they narrowly avoided.
Yep.
Put it this way, if some people didn't give their lives in that show, in that real life occurrance, Europe
been a lot worse.
would have been a very different place.
End of story. Let's leave it there.
Let's leave it
because
there.
I think you need to
Yeah,
watch it.
it's on the list. I'm not watching it. I just,
Right.
as I said at the top of the show, you like that? Yeah.
Look at who that.
I don't have time in my life. I just don't know.
That's
Yeah, find time. That's what I was
Having
saying.
said that, I have on my list. I have 3 plays I've gone to see. Went to see Wicked, which was
Yes.
pretty good. It was
Wicked. I knew you were going to do that.
yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Fine.
Have you seen
I've
it?
not.
No.
I'm aware that there's a song in it that everyone loves, but I've not seen
yeah,
it.
I know someone that really, really likes that song.
Is it one of your little girls?
No.
Is it your wife over there?
Yes.
What's the song?
I can't remember. It's
Alison?
Gravity,
There it
that's
is.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
said, it's Gravity.
yeah, it's a good song.
It is. It is.
Good play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it the Wicked Witch of the West?
Yes.
And the Good Witch
Uh,
are like besties
well,
or something else.
it's like that. It's got more depth to it, more layers.
I mean, it's been out for a long time. It's not going to be a massive spoiler.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I think you should watch it.
No,
Or
I
read
think
it.
you
It's
should.
good.
Maybe we'll go and watch it together.
It's really good.
When? Where?
At the Theatre Royal in Plymouth.
Oh,
Yeah, sure. I also
okay.
saw Comedy About Bank Robbery, which is by the same people that did The Play That Goes Wrong. Have you done it?
oh yes.
So it's in like a bit of The Play That Goes Wrong. It was on the Royal Variety Performance, but it's like a joke play where like
Everything goes wrong.
yeah, like things like they'll go like, oh, who's that on the phone? And the phone sound effect won't have gone yet. And then it will go, and then they pick it up, and then like doors fall over, and also, it's a comedy about a play that goes wrong.
They've made it.
Is
into
that a
TV
bit
show
like
as well.
they?
Is that like us trying to do a podcast?
Yes,
but it's
exactly
just a comedy.
But,
yeah.
So but this one was called Comedy About Bank Robbery, and it was really funny. It was I didn't think it was going to be as funny as it was, but it was like slapstick funny. And there's this one scene which I don't want to spoil too much, but they changed the perspective, so you're looking down on the floor.
Right.
And how they do that is so clever, like on ropes and pulleys and things. And they make a joke of it, and it's very, very good.
Where did you watch that?
In Exeter,
What, at the Northcott?
yeah,
Wow.
it was really good. And the last thing I saw was Mousetrap, which is the longest running play like ever.
It's Agatha Christie
It's Agatha
thing?
Christie, and it was great. And they do a thing at the end where they say, "Now you know the story of Mousetrap. Please do not spoil it." Like that was like the first thing that's like
It's a
no
whodunit,
spoilers.
isn't it?
It is a whodunit, and it was great.
Who did it?
Really good.
You
I
can't
can't tell
tell.
you. I can't tell you. Kept me guessing.
Really?
Yep. Yep. In the interval,
Is it
I was
like
like, "Oh, this is that, and then that's this," but I don't know.
Real
about
life
that.
Cluedo. Nice.
It's very good.
Mr. Know-it-all didn't know who it was?
I wasn't with Mr. Know-it-all.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Did you watch the Deadwood movie yet?
No, I haven't seen the Deadwood movie yet.
No, I
You've
haven't.
watched it, right?
Just question: does this follow on from the Deadwood show?
Yes.
Yes, but there's a 10-year time gap between the end of the Deadwood show and this movie, and it's really jarring because the film literally picks up and finishes off the story that season 4 of the show would have done.
How many episodes we're talking
It's
about?
1 hour and 40
No,
minutes.
to see the rest of it.
10 per season, maybe?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, something like
12 per
that,
season?
It's got Lovejoy in it, isn't it?
Oh, man, it's so good.
yeah.
Is
And
it
he
so good?
It's so good.
Is it HBO?
Yes.
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in then. I've got to find time.
I cannot believe the
Oh,
show
hang
was
on.
cancelled when it was.
Yeah.
Because it was so popular and so many people loved it.
People were furious.
I'd say it's jarring, the 10-year gap. However, it is very good.
36 episodes total. That's 12,
Right, okay.
12 per season.
Yeah.
Well worth it, mate. Well worth your
it's,
time.
It's like, it's the most Western thing you'll ever see.
That toast that your wife just had smells amazing.
Are you hungry? No.
I'm always hungry at the minute.
Okay, good. Because you're fasting.
I am fasting.
I watched that. We're talking about food. I watched the Founder with
Oh, yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Don't say too much about this because it's on my watch list for.
Okay. All I'll say is it was really good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
the
I've
trailer
seen
was
the
really
trailer
good.
for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen a trailer for it because of obviously my past of working in McDonald's.
Oh, indeed, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like to know the history.
Yep.
And
Well-
he's shrewd.
Well, you're damn right, he's shrewd. Talking about not knowing all the stuff that happened in Chernobyl, not knowing all the stuff that happened with this guy and McDonald's, unbelievable. Although you could argue, I know I won't say it because
No,
it was spoiled.
thank you very much.
But it was real good, real
Yep.
good. And I also watched. I know that I've watched an awful lot of true to life stuff recently. I watched I, Tonya with
Oh, yeah.
what's her face, Margot
Robbie.
Oh, that's this ice skating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
About the
based
Olympics
on the
when
life
she
of
gets-
Tonya Harding.
Yes.
Wow, it's powerful.
I really don't like Margot Robbie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's
I don't
like she's
her.
like the female version of Tom Hardy. For
Yeah,
you,
she's
isn't
my
she?
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's my female
yeah.
Tom Hardy.
What I will say is that she is fantastic in the lead role. The Winter Soldier is in it as her husband,
Oh, yeah.
and he is not a nice person. You won't believe what she went through, and there's aspects of it that's like, there's like she walks out of a room with a shotgun and she fires at the guy. She's like, I never did this. Bang. And it's like, well, what's true and what's not, really, because it's all from different perspectives.
Yeah.
But it's real good fun.
Awesome.
Real good film.
I've got a couple of books I can throw out there.
Do it.
So, I was reading Handmaid's Tale,
I'm aware.
as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That's kind of, in my mind, that's like a spiritual sequel to 1984. They're both about like dystopian worlds and like the government's taking over, etc.
Control, etc.
Exactly. Well, I read what I would call a spiritual prequel to 1984 called We, which is what George Orwell actually read before he wrote 1984 and kind of based 1984 on. and it's by a Russian author. Don't ask me what his name was because I can't pronounce it or remember it.
What's his name?
I can't pronounce it or remember it.
You're going to judge me. Dimitri?
Something like that. Yeah.
Maybe.
And it's
I'm judging you right now.
it's like, it's difficult to read because obviously it's translated from Russian
English,
from the early 1900s. But it's, like quite harrowing and dark. And actually you can just completely tell that Orwell kind of just read it and went, I want to write that, and wrote almost exactly the same thing but in English.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's good, but it's really good, but hard to read.
Right.
Okay.
How long was it?
It's short, like 300 pages, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Only
300 pages,
Yeah.
Takes
And
6 months to read that.
I also read the first book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson called The Final Empire. And it's the premise is, what if the Dark Lord won? And it's called The Final Empire because the Dark Lord is overseeing everyone. There are like a whole subsect of people that are slaves that are considered like lower people, but they don't look any different to the high blood. There's no plants. All plants are just like brown, don't grow much. There's constantly a mist in the evenings. When it rains, it's like acid rain. The sun is red. It's like if Sauron won.
Didn't I buy you this for your birthday?
No, you didn't. You brought me in one similar. But so this is the first book in that series, and I loved it. And I can't wait to read the second and third one, which are in the trilogy.
That sounds really good. I like that premise.
very good.
What if the Dark Lord won? I love that.
Adam Wakefield has read it and thinks it's one of the best books in the world ever. There you go.
That's a reference that no one will understand.
Doesn't matter. Now
I
you
like
know.
it. I like it.
I guess I only have really... Oh, no, I saw Us. Did I tell you I've seen Us? The sort of sequel-ish to Get Out. It's not a sequel, but from Jordan Peele.
same guy.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Great. Absolutely brilliant. And I don't like horrors.
Hang on a minute. I think I remember this. Did you? Yeah, you told me. I asked for a spoiler, and you told me all about it.
Spoilers. Yeah. Highly recommended, Ben. Highly recommended.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you've enjoyed that because you really hate horror things.
Yeah.
You hate jumpy things that are scary.
When I went into the cinema,
Yeah.
there were all these trailers for these like awful child horror, witch horror stuff, and I just leaned over and was like, "What have you dragged me to?" And then the movie started, and I was like, "This is the greatest."
See, I haven't seen either of those films. I haven't seen Get Out
I thought you'd have seen Get Out.
or Us. No, I haven't. I haven't seen
You
them.
will love that as well.
Oh, maybe I'll put them on my list of things to watch.
Definitely.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch them whilst you're watching this Dark Crystal TV show. There you go.
Cool.
Like that.
Ooh.
At the same time, next to each other, but the TV's on loud.
That's the
Big
one,
Burn.
yeah.
Big Burn.
Just to say, the book that I got confused with, the one that I bought you for your birthday, is The Name of the Wind.
Yes, I think it was called The Name of the Something. Yes, it's the second book on my list of books to read.
Yes,
It's
fine.
on the second shelf.
Yeah, it's good.
James,
anything
have you
else?
got something? Because you haven't said.
I read the Ant Middleton book. Ant Middleton book.
I remember you telling me about this.
That was
yes.
brilliant.
That's the SAS guy.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Really,
Yeah.
really good. I kind of really interesting story, but also sort of some nice quotes, motivational quotes to think about and how you can use them in your daily life. Really interested. Absolutely fantastic.
Is it like when you're up against a tough situation, shoot it in the face?
No, it's not actually. I mean, it does talk about being up in tough situations, but not necessarily shooting people in the face.
Does he go into any of the missions that he did, or can he not talk about any of that stuff?
He doesn't really go into any major details, but he does talk about him being on missions and having to deal with his superiors and things like that. It was fantastic. It was really good reading. I'm currently in the middle of reading quite an IT geeky book called The Phoenix Project.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, again, very funny because I work in IT. Because some of the things they talk about. Yeah, I think actually, Ben, you might enjoy it because I think you would find it hilarious.
Okay.
Just because it's like, oh yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens here as well. Oh yeah, that happens.
That's also on my
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
in the pile.
Moving on from something that's really hilarious to something that was absolutely devastating. I watched a 4-episode TV show on Netflix called When They See Us,
Oh yeah.
which is based on the Central Park 5, very late 80s. A bunch of black and Hispanic kids were in Central Park at the same time as a very brutal rape and attempted murder happened, and they were basically framed for it. The police just liked them for it because they didn't want to investigate it anymore. They were in there and they were causing a bit of a ruckus. So they put these kids in juvenile detention, and one of them who was 16 actually in actual adult prison, and they didn't do any of it.
Right.
They were convinced to admit to it so they could go home.
Yeah.
And of course, they didn't go home. They went to prison, and it is devastating, and it made me so angry. But it is essential viewing if you like true crime stuff.
Cool.
Absolutely essential.
Well, I only have one more on my list, but I was thinking that we might want to do a whole episode on it.
Yeah, I've got to put it on my list, and I know what it is.
What is it?
It's Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I feel like there's an episode's worth of discussion there.
we've got a lot of discussion there.
Yeah.
A lot of discussion.
Yeah, we should probably
And
save that for the next
I've got
episode.
something to bring up, but you're both going to hate me.
Okay.
For what I'm watching.
Oh, I know what you're going to tell me.
I know
this
what
is
it is.
this is a high point to end on. Go for it, JB.
Well, I'm obviously watching. Drumroll, please. Love Island. Oh my goodness me.
You're missing it right now, actually.
I
aren't you?
am missing it right now, but I will say us podcasting and getting all together is far more important. But yes, is the show stupid? Yes, but social experiment. Look at it from that. Looking at what people are saying in a situation, high pressured situation,
Yeah.
and having to they're looking for love. I think
Yeah,
it is
they're-
one of the most. It's just brilliant. It's the Big Brother of its time.
Yeah.
When Big Brother first came out.
Yeah.
It's just.
But it's like Big Brother, but they are convinced that they're encouraged to couple up, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
absolutely.
and that's the social experiment.
Yeah.
And
Hasn't
yeah,
someone been
okay.
kicked out of the house or something?
Yeah, something's been going off with Sharif. We don't know what it is. People are saying making up, or we don't know what it is. But
People
they're
are
saying,
making up rumours. I see.
But it's just fantastic TV. You will turn your brain off, but you'll also be just like, wow.
Okay.
I know you won't watch it.
I'm not against it. I just don't have the time.
is the
And
doc-
if it's on, I'll
Is the
definitely watch
doctor
it.
watching it?
She is, yes.
What, fully in?
I
Is she
think maybe.
in?
I don't know. But
I'm
I think
amazed
so.
you've not been cajoled into watching it, if I'm honest with you.
I'd much rather get my face into a book, but
I'm going to very quickly say two more things. I watched Cobra Kai Season 2.
it's supposed to be the end. But okay,
I know.
fine. Yeah.
Cobra Kai Season 2. Brilliant. Much the same. And Good Omens, I've seen 5 episodes. I'm about to go home and watch the last episode in a bit.
Oh, I've seen 2 and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's it very much feels like it's a Terry Pratchett novel.
Neil Gaiman, yeah, it's got it's both of those. Yeah,
I've not read the book.
no, me either, but it's got that feel plastered all over it.
David Tennant is a god.
Yeah.
I mean, in the show he's a demon,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in my life he is a god. I love him.
So Ben,
Yes.
where can people find us to tell us what they think about the things that they've seen or the things that we've seen and their opinions on them?
Well, if you want to message JB and say, "Oh, I'm watching Love Island as well, and it's great," you can do it by tweeting James, which is at James Bingham something.
Yeah, probably.
But if you want to get the podcast, I can always get it onto James. It's at nerdschatting on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And other social media channels are available. I don't think we're on any of them.
No.
We're on YouTube. You can email us, which is nerdschatting@outlook.com. Yeah.
The girl that works in Camper Coffee,
Yeah.
she was telling me about
Another reference
podcasts
no
that
one
she
will
was
know.
listening to, and I said, "Oh, you know that Nate and I do podcasts with Ben," and I said that they're the main leads on this, and she was like, "No, you don't." I said, "Go on to Nerd Chatting." I said it's on Spotify, so I thought I did a good
Oh, we're on
job there.
Spotify and
done.
iTunes. Yeah,
Well done.
search
Thank you
for
very
Nerds
much.
Chatting on
Thank
Nerds
you.
A
Chatting.
little bit of, I like that.
Yeah.
Spruiking in the podcast.
Just getting it in there,
Well
just
done.
sprinkling it out there.
Well, this has been a pleasure, boys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Should we
Wow.
try and come back for this next week, maybe?
Yeah.
Next week or in a fortnight? I thought we said a fortnight. Might be a fortnight, might be next week.
Or leave a cliffhanger for the listeners.